Hello humans! Today, got my memory card. I'm still gonna look at it. I just wrote the damn thing. Well, every time, I just write it. But anyways, tips on rocker and cab corner replacement. I'm gonna work on Sheila, the 81 Trans Am that is on the other side of that car right there. And I got, I'll let you know what's coming in. If you see at the end, you'll see what's coming up in the next video. And usually I say like, subscribe, do all these things, hit the icons. Just send me money. That's all you gotta do, see? Send me money. Money. All right? Let's get a little R&R. All right, so just the other day, I was driving these two things around. It's April, what are we at, April 12th? Yeah, April 12th. Now we get this. Snowville. It's probably the last one of the year. My mother-in-law just informed me they call that sugar snow because it doesn't last. I don't know, something. I don't know why, but. Okay, remember all that snow you just saw? This is the next day. Next day. Absolutely no snow. I get bags on my T-tops because they leak. So I just do these videos to chronicle my life so when I'm dead, my kids will have something to look at. Not my kids, my grandkids. My kids could give a crap. So here's more on that rust job, the rocker panel job I did 10 years ago. It lasted. Definitely watch this. You're gonna get some tips if you need to put rockers and stuff on, how to line stuff up. We also call this Timmy's Tips. Get the Chevy 2500, got rocker panels for it, okay? So this edge was not bent right, so I had to bend it over. Ended up using a 2x4, bending it over, off, I put it down the ground, bent it across, so it was, because it was up here, up in the air like this, and I bent it down. So, what I do is I put it on, kind of hold the vice grip on here, shut the doors. That's the first thing I do. Shut the doors, make sure I got a nice gap, make sure my gap looks good all the way around the bottom. I gotta fix that still too. And then once I think I have a good gap, I'll do one little tack there, a tack in the middle, tack in the end, shut the doors again, make sure everything looks good, and I'll weld it up. And this isn't quite touching either, so I'll hold that down. Like as I go, I'll hold this. I don't know if you can even see that, it moves just a little bit. So I'll hold that down and weld, do a tack, just go across. So I gotta hold this part of it still sticking up. So can you see that? I'll end up pushing that whole thing back down. But once I start there, I'll make my way across. And as I get across, it'll get pushed down as I go. I'll do a tack about 4 or 5 inches apart, get it across, and I'll go in the middle of those, then in the middle of that, and then in the middle of the other ones. And I'll weld it. So that's how, little tip, how to do that, make sure everything lines up. Always put the cab corner on. I kind of made sure my cab corner, my line was good, so I know where it's gotta be. What you can do is drill a couple, put a couple self-tappers, another self-tapper under there, so when you take it off, you'll know where it goes again. So what I had done, I made some slice marks in this and tapped the old one in, like where this went over, the new cab corner went over. I also sliced here, and I probably cut back just a little bit, so when I put this piece in, it fits flat and even against that. So what I did is I tap, after I slice this open, I tap this edge in, so this will fit in, so it'll snap in around the back, because it has to snap in the other side. Then I glue the back, which I've said in multiple videos. All right, that's how I did. These rockers were done, these are a half rocker I did on this. Okay, so they were here. Usually I go all the way up to here with a whole full OE style rocker. Just happened to do that one this way. That's how we did it. Once again, I did my thing here, blended it. Yeah, so as you can see, this is the half rocker. So I did my body work right here in this seam. That's where I welded it and did my body work. So right there. Just made it look like it was never touched. Try to do nice work. Oh, I did the bottoms of the doors too. They were all rusty, so I sandblasted those. Okay, here's a little Timmy's tip on how I did this blend right there. All right, so here's that truck, those bottoms of the doors that were all rotted out that I did the other week. There's those. So what I did is I taped this off here. There's a nice sharp line right here. See that? So what I do is I tape that off. I don't just tape it like that. I take my other tape and back tape it. So when I peel the tape off, there's no hard edge. Let me show you that for a second. So after I put that tape on, I'll put this tape all the way from one end to the other. I'm just showing you right here, just kind of so you have an idea. Push it down to that edge, and then peel it back like this. Get a piece of, you can't see because my finger's in the way, but just like that. So it gives you like a little rolled edge right on the edge of this paper. So that way you don't get a sharp line. Timmy's tip here, right there. And then when you're done, after you clear the second time, you take this off the whole thing, peel it right off. There's no edge. And I just buffed it. What I did is I scotch spread it up just a little bit further. So I'll buff this off and you'll never see it. It's going to be beautiful. Also, I probably forgot to tell you, when you tape this line above the edge of the door here, this is the bottom edge of the door, you want to leave yourself, there's the line. You want to go up like a 1/4 inch. Okay, I know we have to do the fenders on this truck, but there's the truck. Cab corner stuffs. There's the other. Looks decent. Okay, there it is. There's the truck. All done. So here are these are the rocker panels I used on that truck. Bare steel, then I primed them inside and painted them. These are half rockers that we did on that thing. I did them 10 years ago, so we'll see how long these ones last. So not only do I prime and paint everything, I also put the fluid film inside there in the rocker panels now. And I also oil the bottom seam also on them, on the outside. That'll prevent rust too. All these extra steps I do now, get like 10 years, 1 month now. I don't know if I should say this, but I feel like I'm being born again. All right, so here's another little Timmy's tip if you want to see it. I'm not sure what we got in there. We got some rust. Some foam. Well, looks pretty rusty to me. I always peel everything open, sandblast inside everything. Some people just sandblast the outside. If you don't peel stuff open and sandblast behind it, you're not going to get all the rust out of there. Peeled that all open, sandblasted that thing. Peeled it open, blasted it. Both sides. You're probably like, what's that black stuff in there? It's not, that's it. Epoxy primer, then paint. After I blasted. Tim, when are you gonna work some more on this Sheila car? Right now, okay? All right, I'm gonna seal this whole thing, the top of this. Started sealing it. It's the Trans Am. Use some aluminum foil to wrap all that nice and tight. So it's out of the way. Here we go. All right, so I painted the black. This is where the fenders are gonna go right here, so you won't see this half. So I painted it from there over, in there, all inside there. Top's all painted. This is on the Sheila car. I'm gonna paint the top. And you're probably saying, well, why did you just paint that? Well, first of all, you're not gonna see it. And second of all, I don't care. And third of all, I ran out of paint. So, that's why I only went to there. I only had just enough paint. They're like, oh, just buy more paint. Well, at the time, that's all the paint I had. So, don't judge me. That's just what I did. You'll see, once it's all together, you won't even tell. Bye. So, sometimes it's hard to jam-pack all this knowledge into 10-minute videos. But I do it successfully, thanks to you. Why thanks to you? I don't know, I forgot. But thanks to you.
I do it. 10 minutes.
I
10
know.
minutes.
Sometimes I have to extend my knowledge into 11 minutes or 12 minutes, but I try.
Try to keep it down to 10.
Sometimes it's just too much knowledge. In case you guys need a video of Brian working. Anyways, so this is all set now. Alright, if you're wondering what I use for my satin black, that's the stuff. Delfleet Essential Satin Black. That's just what I use. I use that for all the insides of my panels too, to paint everything. Okay, just in case you guys didn't believe me. See? Covers the whole stinking thing. So you'll never know. You'll just think, oh, the guy painted the whole thing nice all the way around. Ha ha ha. Nope. Next week's video. That, and put some quarters on it. I gotta get it done, you know. Thanks for watching.
Ooh, don't forget.
Subscribe, it's free.